is a reading comprehension method. It is also known as a reading technique or a study method. This method was introduced by Francis P. Robinson, an American education researcher, and he mentioned about this method in his book Effective Study in the year 1946. Now let us see what this SQ3R is and what are the different stages that are there in this reading method. So what is SQ3R? What is the meaning of SQ3R? So SQ3R is a 5-step reading strategy. There are 5 stages in this reading strategy. Those 5 stages are surveying, questioning, reading, reciting, as well as reviewing. A reader is suggested to follow these 5 steps for better understanding and for remembering it for a longer period of time. Now let us discuss these 5 stages in detail. The first stage among these 5 steps is surveying. So this surveying is done before you begin to read a reading material. So in the process of surveying, you read the titles, headings and subheadings given in the text. You can also read the captions which are given under the pictures. You can also read the titles given under the charts or also the maps. In order to survey, one can also read the summary of the reading material. And for better understanding, you can also refer to the glossaries or the meanings of the new vocabulary. So all this is done in order to gain the initial meaning of the text. So surveying helps us in gaining the preliminary understanding of the reading material. Okay, so that is the purpose of surveying. Now let us take one example. This is from an article, and here if you want to read and understand this article, you need to survey the title, subtitle and the words or sentences given under the pictures. See here, title is The Sunken City and the subtitle is Secrets of the Deep. So if you read this heading and subheading, there is nothing but title and subtitle, you will gain a preliminary understanding of the text. Even beside this picture also, some sentences are given, some words are given, like scientists examine a statue of an Egyptian king of the seaport. So if you look at this particular sentence, you will understand what the text is going to be about. And here a map is also given, and if you read this map also, you will gain an understanding. Similarly, a picture along with some sentences is given, and all these things will help you in understanding the main meaning of the text. This is the first step, that is surveying. And usually this surveying is done before you begin to read. This is the first step. The second step in this SQ3R method is questioning. So what do you question? Okay, you question regarding the purpose of reading. Why do I need to read this article? Why do I need to read this story? So that in that manner, you need to frame a question regarding the purpose of reading. And you can also formulate the questions about the titles, or the headings, or the pictures or charts. So all these questions will guide you to reading, and they will help you in understanding the text in a better manner. And if you find the headings or subheadings, and you need to change those headings and subheadings into the questions. So all these strategies will help you in understanding the text. For example, look at this title, Parts of the Flower. This is the heading of a reading article, and you can change this heading into a question, like what are the parts of the flower? So this question will help you in understanding the text. In the same manner, you need to pose a few questions, you need to formulate some questions for the better understanding. And after questioning comes the third step, that is reading. So this is done while reading the reading material. So when you read to answer your questions. You have already formulated a few questions in the second step, and here you try to find answers to the questions that you have formulated in the previous step. And in this reading stage, you search for the main ideas and you search for the subordinate ideas or the supporting details. And when you read, you pay attention to the bold, italicized, or underlined words because that will contain the gist or the main theme of the reading material. So that's why you pay attention to the bold, italicized, or underlined words in the reading material. And there may be some confusing parts about the reading material. If such parts are there, you reread for better understanding or for gaining clarity. And you can also make use of sticky notes for the new words, and you can retell the key ideas, and you can also retell the story details. And all these things are done during the reading stage, that is the third stage. And after the third stage comes the fourth one, that is reciting. In reciting, you ask yourself about what you have read. In the third stage, you have read, and here in the fourth stage, you ask yourself what has been read by you. And in this stage, you recall the main events or the main ideas of the reading material. And you can also even summarize the reading material, okay, section wise. And for example, if you have already know something about this particular reading material and you combine that previous information with the new information provided in the reading material. So all these things will help you for reinforcing what has been read by you. This is the fourth step, that is reciting stage, and here you focus on the main ideas. And here comes the last stage, that is reviewing. So reading is nothing without reviewing. So here you review the purpose for reading, and you even create and study the vocabulary cards, and you review the elements that are there in the story or the reading material. You review the key concepts of reading, and finally you also use graphic organizers for understanding and for remembering it for a longer period of time. These are the 5 stages that are there in the SQ3R method. Okay, it is very important when usually if you prepare for the competitive examinations. So try to focus on this area. Thank you so much.